Good morning. I'm Johanna Miller, the Vermont Natural Resources Council, and we're here with our weekly climate dispatch. I'm joined by my colleague Lauren Hierl of Vermont Conservation Voters. It is the day after the adjournment of the 2022 legislative session, closing the 2021 and 2022 biennium. And we just wanted to give you a brief update on the progress that was made and was not made when it comes to climate. We've been keeping you abreast of some of the biggest policies and opportunities as we see them. The long and the short of it is, again, the legislature made a historic commitment in the budget to climate action, which is great. As we all know, though, as well, it's a foundation that we need to build from. It's not sufficient to make the progress that we're going to need over time and untether Vermonters from imported and costly fossil fuels that are warming our planet. So that's a really important success story. Connected to that is a significant amount of investment and innovation in the transportation space, which is obviously incredibly important. We also really want to celebrate the passage of the Municipal Energy Resilience Bill, H518, which is going to sink, like millions and millions of dollars into helping municipalities become more energy efficient and resilient. Two stories that we are sitting back and assessing and lamenting actually at this moment is the squeaker of the demise of the clean heat standard. This is a performance-based standard that, as you know, would have for the first time required fossil fuel heating providers to participate in the clean energy transition. That bill lost the veto override after the governor vetoed it by one vote, a surprising switch of a vote, sending us back, fundamentally potentially to the drawing board, figuring out how we're gonna, deal with the heating sector. So we're lamenting that loss and sort of assessing where from here in this moment. We know there are no perfect, easy solutions, but we have progress to make. So the clean heat standard will not advance, unfortunately. We're going to be keeping you abreast of our work in that space. Also, Lauren, tell us about the environmental justice bill and where that stands and what people can do at this moment as we look forward to sort of hoping that you enjoy the spring and the summer, and we're going to regroup with you. But at this moment, the environmental justice bill, a priority policy for us, has advanced in the legislature and its future is uncertain. What's happening, Lauren?
Yeah, so as you all probably know, the environmental justice bill passed in good form, and the legislature put funding in for new Agency of Natural Resources positions, as well as some funding that can be flexibly used to support the work of the Equity Council. This, of course, was one of our top priority bills and was one of the recommendations of the Climate Action Plan. And so it's on its way to the governor's desk with strong votes in the legislature. We are hearing, however, that the governor's office is expressing concerns about the bill. They're saying that it's tied to the funding needed to implement the bill, although the Agency of Natural Resources, what they testified that they needed to implement it is actually what got allocated. So it's disappointing to hear that another bill that is an environmental priority and a climate action plan priority is potentially on the veto chopping block. So we know we're all tired, and we're excited that the legislature is adjourned so we can all have our beautiful Vermont summers. But one last call to action is to call the governor and leave a message, or use the email form, and we can put the link in how to make that easy for you. And just send a message to sign the environmental justice bill, where we would be one of the final states to implement this kind of policy. We are being asked to do this by the EPA. This is something that we have to do, and it's the right thing to do to make sure that no Vermonter is being unfairly burdened by pollution, and that all Vermonters are benefiting from the wonderful natural assets that we have in our state. So that is our last call to action. Other than that, as Joey said, it's been a mixed bag. We do need to remember the massive investment, and really thanks to so much work and activism from so many of you to make climate a big priority of the federal funds that have come in, and so much work to do because this is one-time funding that we need the long-term and sustainable solutions to get in place to really make the change that we need. As Joey said, So a lot of work to do. We'll be back with you. And, we're heading into an election season, so we're going to need to elect good climate allies who can actually help put in place those really significant and bold policies that we need. So we'll be back in touch with you of how you can help with that. But in the meantime, a quick call to the governor to sign the environmental justice bill, and then we'll give you a break and let you enjoy some beautiful spring. But thanks for all you've been doing. It's been so inspiring to see all the action so many folks have been taken. So thank you, and we'll be back with you soon. Take care.
Thank you. Enjoy these days.